Abiding with God is more than just a one-time act of faith. Abiding means to remain in Him continually. Well, if you're reading this 60-day reading plan, today's reading is 1 John 4, 13 through 21, and I encourage you to read that passage. Well, John continues his discussion of love by adding a few other descriptions of how love operates. First, through God's love, we recognize that Christ physically came into the world. Now, some early heresies in the church taught that Christ did not have a physical body, but it was rather spiritual. John argued against this heresy by using the term that God sent Jesus into the world and that He is the Son of God. Well, secondly, love is a two-way street. God's love is imparted to us through our faith in Christ. Our love, which is indeed God's love, is made whole by us adding in Him through Christ's image. If we are abiding in love, God abides in us, and as God abides in us, we abide in His love. Because of this love, we no longer have a fear of that which is to come. Jonathan Edwards, a 17th century American pastor, preached a sermon called "The Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God." It was a powerful sermon in that the congregation believed that the floors might open up and they might fall into hell even while he was speaking. Now, many theologians think that this was a catalyst that began the First Great Awakening in what ultimately became the United States. But faith based on fear is not faith. Faith based on fear is simply a way to get out of trouble. Think about it in your own life. When your mother and father asked you to do something, if you did it out of fear, you didn't learn anything from it. But if your mother and father showed love and compassion and asked you to do something, you learned two things. First, how to love, and secondly, how to accomplish the task. Now, if we're to tell the world about Christ, our job is first to love the world in the sense of loving those who are lost. It is through that love that people will come to Christ. While hell is a reality, love is a passage to God through Christ.